So we're getting ready to plant our barley. Now that we have the manure hauled, the next step is to do a little bit of groundwork before we start planting. So we're running McFarlane tool today. So Dad's running the McFarlane with the Magnum, and this is a vertical tillage tool. So it just creates a light tillage. It basically just lifts the dirt a little bit. That creates a nicer seed bed that allows us to drill the seed in a little bit nicer. And it also incorporates in the manure that's on top, and any of the residue that's left over, the corn stubble and stuff like that, is all kind of worked into the dirt a little bit. So we're gonna run the McFarlane over this ground, and then we'll get to planting barley. So this McFarlane tool has a couple different things going on. It has discs, but the discs are straight. They're only angled just slightly. We have it set at the least aggressive setting. There's 3 different settings on there. So the discs cut into the dirt, and then behind the front discs are a kind of a chopper kind of wheel. It's like a cage that has these chopper blades and busts up bumps of dirt. Then you have another set of discs, and then you have these rolling baskets at the back end that kind of smooth everything out and make a nice, real nice seed bed. Now that we got the corn off and we got the manure hauled and we got this ground worked a little bit, we're starting to sow some barley. So barley is one of our winter crops. We grow barley and wheat through the winter. And this barley that we're planting right now will take off for forage in the spring. So this is barley that we'll feed to the cattle in a forage kind of product. So we're planting it right now. This is a nominee, is the variety that we're planting. And we're planting at about 140 pounds per acre of seed. And that's because it's going to be for forage. So we plant it a little heavier for forage than we do for grain. So we finished up all the barley, and now we're going to cover crop. So we have 30 acres left that we rotate around the farm just with a cover crop that doesn't get double cropped in the year. And so we're planting the cover crop now, and we call it cover crop because it's really just a mix of a whole bunch of different small grains that we get from the place where we get seeds. So they call it cover crop casserole, and it's kind of a mix. You get what you get. So it's been working out pretty good for us. You know, it just gets a nice cover, keeps it green through the winter, but it doesn't really matter what it is because we don't harvest it. So. We're just looking at all the different seeds here. Look at this one. Oop, I dropped it. Oh, and I got it here. Look at this guy. It's like a little triangle.
A bunch of them.
Barley, wheat, sunflower. What else did you say you think?
Maybe hairy vetch. There's, I don't know what that one is. Some other ones.
I think they just swept up the floor.
There's a couple random like soybeans and corn in there too.
So we finished out that tote. We're gonna go put this other tote in the box so we can put it on the tender, and then we can keep filling the drill. You can get that. It does have yeah, it is. There you go. back on the tender. We do that transition at the wall here near the bunk silos because we can't quite lift high enough to get it into that box otherwise, so we have to be up on the wall. Works pretty good otherwise. right, so we got all the cover crop planted, and that finishes up all of our planting here at the home farm. We have soybeans to take off yet, and then we'll plant our wheat after those soybeans come off, and a little bit more cover crop. But I just came out here, we finished planting the cover crop about a week ago, and I just came out here to take a look, and you can already see the barley starting to pop up. Check it out. That's got to be the best part about planting. There's always a little bit of anxious anticipation. After you put all that seed in the ground, it's always super satisfying to see it finally popping through the ground. That's it for this week. Next week, we'll see you at the farm show.